Ladies and gentlemen, buffalo and moose, welcome to an exciting episode of You've Already Peaked Gaming Podcast, featuring your hosts, Locarthemanbeast, also featuring me, the LobsterDust. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
Time did you get in?
Pretty late last night. I actually was on time. So
Quick question.
Sure.
Before you get into all this, who the fuck's idea was it to have a bachelor party in Buffalo in the worst months to go to Buffalo? Is everybody else from there?
No. So everybody's from Ohio. Well,
even dumber then.
So everybody's from Ohio, and there was one guy that was from Rhode Island, and the reason this was a bachelor party, but they wanted to go. They wanted to go snowboarding for the bachelor party.
Okay.
So they wanted to come out.
That makes sense.
They wanted to come out to California, and then they were like, "Well, it's like the weather's not phenomenal. Like there hasn't been enough snowpack out here for it to make sense." And then trying to get 4 different guys to come out to California for mediocre weather didn't seem adequate. So they were like, well, let's go ride East Coast mountains because that's going to be the best of everything. And I'm like, okay, that sounds fine. Plus it's just one guy coming out because they all drove. One guy drove from Rhode Island. The other guys drove from Ohio. It's like a 5-hour drive. Not much. So I flew out from California and then landed in Buffalo, and then they came and picked me up, and we drove an hour outside of Buffalo. It was like an hour and a half outside of Buffalo to this resort. Fucking cool resort, dude. Really, really just cool. It's called Holiday Valley, out in Elcottville.
You have to make shit up to us.
Super cool.
You flew in Buffalo. How cool could it be?
I mean, the fact that you're 30 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Could you see Niagara Falls?
No, I didn't stop.
And who the fuck cares?
Who
cares?
I will tell you,
Brad. I was 30 minutes away though.
Brad,
if I would have gone that way just a little bit, could have been sick.
I've got the bug to go snowboarding again so bad.
What the fuck are you talking about? When I saw you, when you sent that picture of you on a fucking chairlift, I was like, you're the stupidest fucking person I know. Fuck your back, dude. What are you doing?
Dude.
We're at the age we need to be in skis, man.
Okay, that's valid. That's valid. But I will
we need to stick with the knees and the ankles over the back, man. We are too old for that shit.
Body is sore. Feel phenomenal. I feel fucking phenomenal, Brad. It was so good to be on the mountain. It was perfect, dude. Weather was beyond cold, though. You forget when you're out here, oh, it's chilly. It's 30 degrees. Woo, woo. It gets 26 and you're like, oh, it's nippy, dude. It was -6 all fucking weekend. And it was whoa, dude.
That was Colorado for the wedding. I was like, God, fuck.
Just
fuck that.
And riding down the mountain, because you're just moving and grooving the whole time, you stay warm, but it's getting on the chairlifts going back up.
But you start getting a little sweaty, and then that sweat starts kind of getting a little, it's this cycle.
Yeah.
You're the frozen food coming out, riding around the Costco, and then going into the ice chest and being in the car, and then coming out and then going into you're just
the freezer. Yeah. There's a lot of up and down.
Freezer burn. You're going to get that shit.
At one point, when I got back, my hands were so cold. I had my gloves, but my hands were so cold. I was I'm anticipating pulling it off and the finger going with the glove. You know what I mean? For the frostbite. But dude, it was so sick. We did nightboarding. Oh my God. It was so cool to be out on this mountain, fucking snow coming in, and they have it all set up for nightboarding. And it was just such a cool time. So even though the whole experience out there was really cold and fucking far away. Like, I would not have changed anything about it. It was so much fun, man. I had a blast. And then I fucking forgot how fun it is to just go boarding. Like, and I didn't hit anything crazy. You know, we had a couple like, you know, off patches, and I ended up fucking, we rode this like this trail a couple times, like in between the trees and whatever. It was cool. It was like a really cool, fun trail. And then I went in one point, and so like on the trail, it like goes down and then goes up a hill. So you got to have enough speed to get up. So the couple times that we went, we didn't have enough speed. So you have to like unclip, walk up the hill, and then like continue the rest of the trail. So on like the third time we went, I was like, I'm going to fucking put some speed on this and see if I can get up this hill. I just the same path I've already taken, but just a little bit more to the right. And all of a sudden I was like standing up, mobbing, and then I was like flying forward. And I was like, what the fuck happened? I snapped my binding. I busted my boot. My toe of my snowboard caught a fucking log that was covered by snow. Like, couldn't see it at all. And just like caught it and was like, and I just went flying forward. And I was like, oh my God. So I ended up having Kyle like strap my board to like, cause I took a backpack with like the straps on them. So I had him strap it and like take it down, and I ended up having to like walk down the mountain because like I couldn't ride. Board was broken at that point. So it just, that was like a shitty point. But for the most of it, like I didn't hit any parks. I didn't get anything like overly crazy. I wasn't hitting moguls or whatnot, but we were just running blues, like, you know, a couple blacks here and there. But like for the most part, just riding the mountain. And like, I can do that at my age. I can do that with my current body. Like, it was a workout. Like, yeah, were my legs screaming at me? Yeah, 100%. But I felt better now that I have.
You're playing a dangerous fucking game. You know what that is? You know, you what you're describing, you're like, oh, it just felt good to be out there. That's beer too.
Yeah.
That's that thing where it's like, dude, we still might have this. We still might be able to do this. You've got that false fucking hope talking in your fucking ear. And guess what? Ooh, go. If you would have stayed one more day, even 2 more days, then you would have felt let's start taking shots. Then all of a sudden, that's where you're at. You're like, oh, fuck, why did I do this?
Yeah.
Like, no, dude.
No, I was smart.
I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you had fun. I'm glad you guys, you know, you went to the Chili's and you had drinks and everybody left before you started taking shots. But like, you're on a dangerous fucking path thinking that like, oh, I belong back on the mountain.
I do. I've already looked up like tickets and stuff for fucking Sierra Tahoe and like Sugar Bowl. I'm going back up the mountain this year. Like, I'm doing it. It was so much fun. Dude, it's like riding a bike or a skateboard. You know what I mean? Like, there's a point, like, yes, you do get old, and yes, it is like you have to really weigh in the consequences of it actually falling. I turfed it a few times. I hit ice and fucking turfed it, and I hit hard off the ice. You know what I mean? But like,
I can already feel it in my tailbone when you just said,
"Oh,
dude, hit ice and fell."
Well, like, you know how like your board slips out because we were on flat ground. Like, we were right before the fucking ski lifts, and we just came down the hill.
You just lose that edge just a little bit,
and like I went up and like landed on my back and like almost got the wind knocked out of me. You know what I mean? Like that hit so hard, you go, you know. And I was like, God damn it! But like with that
thing where like your eyes are watering, and you're like, what the fuck is this? Before you even register what happened, you're just kind of like,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, fuck that.
But it was one of those things too where like I thought I'd be sore from that fall. Nah. Like I turfed it one time, like we were playing around a little bit. Like I was like, you know, I did like a little 180 and like was flipping back and forth a little bit, and I caught an edge and like tumbled over myself. Thought I'd be sore from that. No. You know what the most sore I was walking down the fucking mountain after my board broke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? My quads hurt so bad because I went and got my board fixed and then went back up to the mountain and rode. And so like that was the worst. I felt sore from that. Like my back doesn't hurt. My shoulder hurts, but my shoulder hurt from prior to even me going. It's like, oh man, if I could just ride like that, I was just cruising, man. I wasn't doing anything crazy. I was just cruising. Dude, and it was a great workout too. My body felt good. Like, it's worth it. We go. Let's go. You can get skis.
Have fun. Okay, first off, I would rather die than be on the skis. Logistically speaking, skis are the way to go. That's the older man's game. Like, that's the safe way to do it. I would rather fucking die in an accident than be on skis.
100%.
But that being said, have fun.
Dude, why?
Because what if something happens, Trevor?
Yeah, what if you get hit by a car walking across the street?
I'm too old. There's insurance for that. I don't have insurance for fucking myself up and not being able to go to work.
I mean, I hear that, which is also why I'm saying, like, I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not hitting the park. We rode through the park like one time, and I was like, nah, that's just not worth it. It's just not worth it.
Hey, throw that gamble. Roll that dice. I'll roll my dice on a lot, not that.
Dude, riding the mountain, it was so easy, dude. It's so easy.
Quit fucking talking like that. Dude, just riding the mountain. So we went to this fucking shaman and he did this sweet fucking ceremonial flute activity. And then we were just being one with the mountain. We were riding the mountain at 432 hertz. And we were just fucking gliding down in the way you could just feel. Shut the fuck up, you fucking goddamn.
You're just mad because I had fun.
You're getting weird. No, you're getting weird.
I'm getting weird.
Fuck it just felt right. Yeah, you're
Dude,
talking like
right.
There's a mystical like fucking. You're trying to like. I don't even know if you're trying. This might just be like natural. You've got this weird surfer thing going, but you have to realize you're talking about snowboarding, buddy.
Oh,
okay?
bud. Oh man.
Calm the fuck down.
All I needed was just a fatty right before I hit the mountain. Just like a one hit of acid and just rode the mountain.
Then that nightboarding really hits.
Yeah.
Get those fucking glow boards.
Yeah, exactly.
LED strips are on the outside. Shit, now you kind of got me back in. But without a heavy dose of pharmaceuticals,
I was fun. I will tell you, I would do it again. I don't think I would do that trip again without not better planning, because Kyle did the best he could, but like I would not go during negative fucking 6-degree weather. That sucked, dude. Like walking out.
You just shouldn't have gone to New York.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, because
I mean, from fucking the start of December, actually like Thanksgiving until March. What the fuck are you doing near Buffalo? Janica lived in New York for a while, and she was like, what the fuck are they doing there? And I was like, I don't know. They're just hanging out in fucking freezing weather. She's like, I mean, they picked the good time because nobody goes to New York in that time, so flights are really cheap. But like, other than that, like, it's fucking miserable there.
Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. It's one of those things where like you walk outside and just the condensation from your breath like freezes your mustache and stuff because it's so cold. Like you could spit and
your nose stays out too much, and you start feeling the freezing like over here.
You would spit and you would see your spit start to freeze before it hit the ground.
Yeah.
You know, like you hear like the tink of the spit.
That part's kind of dope.
Yes.
You end up running out of it. You're so amused with it.
Just dinking people as you go up.
Next thing you know, just this part of your lips getting frozen because the spit just is just residually there all the time.
Kyle at one point came inside and he like went to pull his like face mask off and it was frozen to the underside of his beard and he like couldn't get it off and he was like, I was like, just use some warm water, and he just like ripped and pulled and I was like, oh my god. So anyway, that was my weekend and it was a blast. I had a lot of fun and I would like to get back out and snowboard more. I think that's going to be on my bucket list of 2026 is at least go to the mountain this year.
Okay.
I'll go take the kids and go run the bunny hill all day if that's what it comes out to. You know what I mean? Like that would be fun. That would be fun. Play in the snow, ride around a little bit, slip on some ice, go home.
Okay.
I feel bad for your child if you're going to live this hard into a bubble at the age of 37.
My child's literally missing nothing.
Yet.
What are you talking about?
Yet.
They're Filipino. They're never touching the snow. What are you talking about?
What do you mean?
This is freezing temperatures. They don't go to the snow.
They don't
go to the snow.
They're not Filipino. They're part Filipino.
No, Filipino ako. What are you talking about, Ed? I'm fucking converted. I'm staying away from the snow. They're staying away from the snow. We're singing karaoke in air-conditioned rooms.
You're fuck out of here. You're a disgrace.
Nah. Have fun.
Have fun. The white in you is turning over.
It's okay. I watched Bad Bunny during Super Bowl. Eat shit.
Yeah.
Bet you fucking were snowboarding and watched Turning Point USA.
No, I did watch. We did watch.
I actually watched neither.
I watched.
Both of them can go fuck themselves. You're all insufferable fucking cunts. I hate everybody.
I did watch opening ceremony of Olympics.
Yeah, that shit sucked too, dude.
Yeah, it was not great.
So fuck, dude. I think we just had it too good. Olympics peaked along with us.
Yeah.
Do you remember when they fucking shot the bow and arrow into the fucking torch? And now you got fucking this like interpretive dance thing for fucking an hour.
Yeah. What was with
those
rings?
I was like, Janica, we should watch this. And she's like, everything. We were sitting there. We were like, oh God. I was like, no, we're supposed to watch this. Like it'll get better. It never got better.
American curling is up though in the next couple days, and I know I will be watching American curling. So those guys,
dude, American curling and the skeleton, specifically female skeleton races. Do you see that fucking Italian single sledder with the ass fucking just boom, boom, watching the recoil all the way down that fucking Janica's not even gonna know why we're watching it, but I'm into the Olympics for that fucking reason. Jesus Christ, that girl is so stupid caked up. It's got me invested in Winter Olympics. It's like that, curling, and what else we got? Long jump, maybe?
Yeah, seriously. It's also
the long jump. Did you please tell me you heard about the scandal that's been going on?
Yeah, the injections.
Injecting their dicks. Dude, Winter Olympics is the best.
Dude, seriously.
And Jamaica has a bobsled team.
Oh, Jamaica, what was it? Haiti just had their first cross-country skier cross the finish line.
Yeah, what the fuck is going on? Just for headlines like this. Fuck yeah, Olympics.
Dude, seriously. Oh my God.
The dick injections is wild.
Wild. I was like,
and having like a scientist be like, even just like half a centimeter on either side of the penis can give you significantly more flight time. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That is a wild concept to me.
I'm going to test for that.
Well, I mean,
I gotta have a log of dicks.
Here's the thing. I'm looking at it like this. Okay, because the way it's going to be cock and ball, it's either got to be straight down, because if not, you're going to be tilting to the left or the right too much. But then also cylindrical can't be that much like helping with like lift or drag. It's got to be like a fucking.
You're just trying to increase drag,
right? But you're just trying to also get maybe like a flatworm look to it, so that way it's almost like a rudder. You know what I mean? Like you get.
So the design of the of the sleeve is trying to flatten out the tip.
Yeah, exactly. So you get like a nice little tail base going.
Trying to fucking do a cock push up to.
Oh man,
Winter Olympics.
It's also it's a very funny thing to think about, because again, girls caked up. Like, at what point does that also gain more weight to the sled to help you like get down the track farther? Right?
I don't think it fucking matters. If she doesn't win gold, take it to a public fucking vote, because that's the reason I'm watching. I guarantee you it's the reason there's a lot of fucking people watching. Don't care. At a certain point, what's a gold medal worth, and what is your Instagram following worth?
Oh, yeah,
this girl is fucking boosting in numbers. It's like winning American Idol.
Yeah.
What do you really get out of it? But the exposure, if you play it right.
Yeah, that's very true. Very, very true.
Fuck. Oh. Olympics, Super Bowl.
Super Bowl was. I didn't even get to watch.
I've never been so uninterested in a Super Bowl before in my life.
Well, no, that's not true, because what was the fucking game like? What was it like? Maybe like 10 years ago. Who was it? That it was like 3-37 or some shit like that.
Oh, Denver and Seahawks.
Denver and Seahawks.
No, I just mean like leading up to it.
Oh yeah.
It's like to me, how the fuck did you get here?
Yeah.
Like nothing. No, it didn't feel like a big build up, and all of a sudden you're just like, who the fuck? Sam Darnold and fucking whatever the fuck that the Patriots guy is. I can't remember his name, and right now I can hear Rylux screaming at my face. Just both of them. I was like, okay. And like I watched maybe like a quarter of football, and Jake is like, you want to watch you want to watch the Super Bowl, right? And I was like, yeah, like I'll explain a little bit to you. We were watching it. It was just a fucking boring game. It didn't seem like enough was going on for me to like really explain. I was like, do you want to watch something else? We watched the Game of Thrones Night of Seven Kingdoms instead. We were going we got to like maybe like almost the fourth quarter, and I checked the score, and I think the Patriots had just scored their first time, and I was like, unless they score one more time and it becomes like a game within 6 points, I'm not fucking turning in.
Yeah.
Like I don't care.
It was because I missed it because I had a delayed flight. So when I got to Buffalo, my flight was supposed to be out at 12. And then so I get there at like 10:45, 11 o'clock, get through TSA, there's no one there. And I'm like, I was hoping that was gonna be the case because it was like, fuck, it's Super Bowl weekend. I'm hoping nobody's like trying to travel. So our flight gets into the gate, and then they come over the radio and they're like, there's a massive mechanical error with this flight that just came in. Like, we're not going to be able to get you on it. Like, it's going to be delayed. And so they're like, because we had a layover in Baltimore. And so they were like, we're going to fly another plane from Baltimore out here. And then when we get on the plane, it'll take you back to Baltimore, and then you can make your connections. So this is what our time frame looks like. If you can get on your next plane, we'll let you know. If not, we're going to have to reschedule. And so it was just really fucking in the air. I was like, holy shit, like, I don't know what's going to be going on. So by the time the next flight came in, they had to do refueling and everything, and then get us back over into Baltimore. Like, I had 10 minutes to get from one flight to the next flight. And so it was super sketchy. I was like, holy shit. Like, I don't know if I can. Now the next flight did hold because they knew that there was the delay, which was cool. And it was like the next like terminal over. So I didn't even have to go that far, but like we were cutting it fucking close. But because of all
stressful.
Yeah. Because of all that, I didn't get to watch the Super Bowl because it's also from Baltimore back to Sacramento. It's a 6.5 hour flight or 6 hour flight. So I just missed all of Super Bowl. So when I landed, I just turned on my phone to check the updates and see where it all went. And the first headline that came up was, it's weird that Bad Bunny had more yards than the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, what's going on? Like,
yeah.
So that's great. That's great.
You missed literally nothing.
I was fine with that. I'm actually happy I missed none of that. Because that's what Kyle was like, I'm so sorry for booking the flight during the fucking like Super Bowl. It's like, I don't give a shit. What's that?
Hey, yeah, you're on the podcast.
Hello? Who is it? Oh,
it's Aaron.
Oh.
All right, thank you. You've contributed a lot to this. Anyways.
So, anyway, Olympics, Super Bowl, all dog shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, okay, Olympics isn't dog shit. Well, I'm sure it'll have its moments.
But like
opening ceremony, dog shit. Super Bowl, dog shit. Turning Point USA, dog shit.
I don't even know what that is.
That's the this is the most annoying thing. Like, the most interesting thing about yesterday was how pissed off everybody was about yesterday, because Bad Bunny was performing and they're like, fucking like, oh my God, he doesn't even fucking sing in English.
Oh.
You're gonna fucking do this. So they put on America's fucking Super Bowl halftime. There was a separate Turning Point USA. It was like, during Super Bowl, we're going to have our own halftime for true Americans that want to focus on family values. And they like opened up with Kid Rock's Ball with the Ball, where he's like, first off, he's lip syncing and it was real bad. Second off, if you're going to focus on like American family values, think about the lyrics of fucking Ball with the Ball. Just fucking talking about fucking Roxy Cottons and fucking methadone clinics and fucking prostitutes and shit.
I mean,
like,
that is America.
Yeah, but like, if you're focusing on, you know what, these goddamn Latinos, but you're gonna try to do that, like, just fuck, it's so dumb. And then just seeing like Facebook, it's like every single person, not every single person, but it's so divided. It's like, oh, Bad Bunny, best performer I've ever seen. All those idiots who turn on fucking Turning Point are really showing their true colors. And it's like, I saw Bad Bunny. It was fucking awful. His performance himself,
Yeah.
pretty good. You can tell he's got good stage presence. He's got everything. His song is like, me and Janik were talking about today. It's like the Latino version of Creed. It's just vowels.
Yeah.
It was just that. It was that for fucking like, and then like the next song would go into the next song, and it was like, and like we like went through it, and I guess it's just a part of Latino music that I don't understand.
Sure. Yeah.
Because fucking the Puerto Rican national anthem, Daddy Yankee's Gasolina, I guess is the same way, and I just really never noticed it. But we started like, I was like just going through bangers as we were running errands today. I was like, shit, they are just like, they just repeat the same thing over and over. But for whatever reason, this guy's fucking voice drove me fucking insane. Everything else was good. All the fucking, I guess, like choreographed and how he moved and stuff, good. Songs, dog shit. I mean, sorry, bud.
It definitely is, because I saw someone post something about that. It was like, and for anybody that's complaining about like Bad Bunny and like him being like now super famous or like all that, never grew up in the 90s where we're still trying to figure out what Eddie Vedder was saying through all of Pearl Jam songs. Like
it's the same thing.
It's just the same thing. It's just sometimes it hits, sometimes it doesn't. You know, and that's the thing about it. It's like I fucking could care less. That's the thing.
I'm more annoyed with everybody else.
It's the reason why I stopped following so many professional sports to begin with. The Super Bowl is a perfect example of why I don't fucking like sports, because the time of the year when it is supposed to be the two greatest teams in the league going head to head, we're so concerned about fucking the halftime show and commercial. Like, I hate fucking professional sports for that specific reason.
I blame the fucking Black Eyed Peas and fucking Fergie. Yeah. We were having it fucking good. Remember when Creed came out and those dudes were those fucking flying on silk sheets through the fucking thing? That was fucking peak American, and you can't fucking tell me it's because they were singing in English. It's because they were doing it for the love of the fucking game. They were trying to push a fucking message or anything. They were just fucking out there performing. And then fucking you gave the Black Eyed Peas a chance, and like they were fraud checked fucking years before that. Like, if you've never seen them live perform and you're gonna put them in the fucking Super Bowl, Fergie doesn't have her fucking auto tune. She fucking and fucking like just everything was like a shit show from there. And then what happened? All of a sudden, artists are like, we need to fucking, this is our chance to fucking use this stage and make a fucking stand.
Yep.
What the fuck? Shut up and fucking perform.
Yeah. Just do your set and move on. I mean, it is, again, it's one of those things. The Super Bowl halftime show, the biggest show of the fucking year or whatever, it makes zero sense to me in the middle of what should be a sporting event. You know what I mean? Yeah, like, and
it doesn't even have to be fucking they're
just
talking,
don't care.
Like, what is it? Like an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Usual, like a half hour that you stretch it out for an hour and a half.
Don't give a shit.
I guess for commercials, I don't fucking know. They just play the commercials. Who cares?
Yeah.
Fucking. Let's move on. I can't. You're pissing me off.
I'm not doing anything. I'm not doing shit, man.
You're just working me up. Let's get you worked up. Let's talk about something that'll fucking fire you up.
You can't.
Let's talk about Ashes of Creation.
It's not even firing me up, dude. It's just
Steam's halted all. You can't buy it.
So
they're starting to refund. So they have seized the money that they're supposed to pay them.
So let's backtrack on this. When Ashes in Creation has been in development since its Kickstarter for 10 years.
Yeah.
Probably a little bit more than that, right? 12 years.
I started it picked up on my radar 3 years ago.
Sure. So when this game got announced, me and Sean were like, oh, fuck, this might be the game we play. This might be it, you know? And since it's been announced, there's been 10 of those that we've been like, this might be the game we play. You know what I mean? But we always held out a little bit for Ashes of Creation, because the way that, what's his name? Steven Sharif or whatever, the fucking director guy, had put all this stuff in. Even me and Sean at the very beginning were like, this is overly ambitious. Like, overly ambitious. Like the way he was explaining certain systems and how the game wanted to like just be, we were like, there's no fucking way in hell you can get this to work. This is way too ambitious. Scale it back and we could probably be realistic. But nope, he kept plumping through it. So Kickstarter goes through. They bring in what, like 3.2 million or some shit like that off the Kickstarter. When they entered Alpha 1, they sold Alpha 1 slots for $500 a pop. Then Alpha 2 slots were anywhere from $250 to $370. And then they launched it on Steam in December for, what was it, $60 or whatever the hell it was? $40, some baloney like that. To the development and their credit,
yeah, they
did hit lot of those marks. And the overly ambitious side of it was like, oh, they could make this a real thing.
Well, to my understanding, it is pretty much a real thing.
Yeah.
And the reason that everything is halting is because, if I'm correct, the core group of devs and everything was like, no, we're leaving, because they were given demands for things that it looks like, because from how I guess what I saw and read about it was the owners of it were like, we need you guys to do this because we're planning on selling to this Chinese company who's going to take over and everything like that. And their thing was, we're moving to a subscription model with weekly season passes or something like that, and this, and the dev team was like, no, we quit.
So I don't know if there's any new information that's come out in the past couple of days, but I've been following it pretty heavy. So the way that what ended up happening, so let's just talk about the overall amount of money. So 3.2 million for the Kickstarter. If they sold their Alpha 1 keys and the Alpha 2 keys prior to the Steam launch, there was supposedly anywhere from like $30 to $50 million invested in this game over the course of like 10 to 12 years. Okay. Realistically, if you look at that amount of money, that's not a whole lot. That's like 2 to 4 million a year.
That's like fucking half a Concorde. What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly. So what ends up happening is they push all this thing, everything goes through and it hits Steam. Now, the kicker about the Steam thing is that on their Kickstarter, they basically said, if this game, one of the main fucking asterisk points of it is, if this does not get to be a real game, we will refund all money. Everything that you've invested in this, we will refund everything. It goes to Steam. The people that have the game via the launcher and all their stuff for their alpha keys and all the stuff have to go through some like convoluted process of getting a Steam key and then entering it on Steam so they can continue to play the game. Every person that got a Steam key, it shows received as free, or like product received as free. And so what ends up happening is at the end of December, so Steam only pays out a company for sales at the end of the month. So they launch midway through December, so they have to wait basically to the end of January to get paid out for all their stuff. January 28th, they get paid out. It's anywhere from like the 20th to the 30th you get paid from Steam. So 28th, I guess they got paid. 30th, they announced the closure of the fucking studio. Right off the rip. And it's gone. So what a lot of people like looked at, it was like, what the fuck happened? Where did it all go wrong? Steven Sharif was like, oh, the board of directors, like fucking, basically are going in a different direction. But for months and years prior, they've literally stated there is no board of directors. If you go in and pull all their information off of like federal government stuff, it's only him. There's no board of directors as listed. There's an internal board of directors. Now, the company that they sold to, or purchased the debt or whatever it comes out to, is some lady who's associated with multi-level marketing. So an LMM or MLM. And so right off the rip, multi-level marketings are just fucking exactly pyramid schemes. They're just scams. So everybody's like, holy shit. So backtrack even farther, people started digging into Sharif's fucking background. You know where he's from? A multi-level marketing company from before. So there's a lot of like interconnecting, like, so back in the day when we were like, oh, this game feels a little ambitious, it feels like a scam. Then it went to, they're actually producing a game. Maybe it's not. To then fucking 10 years of production where there's just like nothing coming out. And it was like, no, this game's a scam. To then all of a sudden,
this fucking scammer guy comes out, starts promising. He's like, this is gonna have this, he's gonna have this. Accidentally attracts devs to make it happen. He's like, what the fuck is going on, guys? We're gonna fucking, this isn't gonna be real. You know that, right?
We're bailing on this as soon as possible. I'm like, nope. They kept going through. So like, there's just been this up and down of whether or not this game was a scam ever at all. But then, of course, they produced a game and it's like an actual real game and people liked it. The problem they had is like, there's a lot of issues. There's some cheating. There's like some real fucking big things they haven't fixed. But I think they knew that they were going to be fucking jumping ship. And again, if they've got 60 employees, 60 to 100 employees, like all of the money that they generated would have gone into like their the payroll. You know what I mean? There would have been nothing over the top of it, and it didn't sell like crazy on Steam. I don't know, man. Doesn't make any sense. But it is also one of those things where now I've like gotten to the point of looking at it. It's like originally when everybody thought it was a scam, and it turns out it did become a scam later down the road. Even with a fully fleshed out functional video game. Like it's not like the day before scam where like everybody knew that was a scam and then they released it and it was like, yeah, well, like obviously, look, like it's not like that. The game worked, the game ran, the game played, people had guilds, they were running fucking thousands of people. There was all this shit going on. So it's like, but now it's just coming to the point of looking at it being like, ooh, how much of video games can you even trust anymore? Like go through all the production and everything, get to what would be early access. You still can't trust a game is going to be a game when it's all said and done. And it feels bad too for the people that did pay into their alpha keys and all that stuff. Cause I mean, again, sucks to be you, I guess. Like if you're paying $300 for something before it's even launched and then you get like fucking your Pikachu face because it didn't actually, you know, I kind of don't feel bad for those people, but I do also slightly feel bad because it's like, the game was
on Star Citizen, just you fucking nerd.
Well, that's the thing about Star Citizen too, because like you start to think about it. It's like, at what point do some of these other games, like, are they coming up with the chopping block? But then you think of Star Citizen, it's like, well, they're selling like $10,000 packages, and they're actually selling $10,000 packages, so they're probably not hurting for money.
No, and I'd have to imagine something like Star Citizen, which, I mean, we haven't played in forever, but even like if you, the people that were already spending the money so that they can be on the mega yacht and shit like that, I'd have to imagine like even if you didn't, you could probably find somebody that can rip the source code and like build a server for cheaper than what you paid to fly the spaceship, you know, set up like a local fucking service at your home so that you could just keep fucking flying around and doing whatever.
Well, the fact that Squadron 42 has been in development for 10 years as well. Like, and they had like big name actors like Mark Hamill. Sister
company, right?
No, that's the single player version of Star Citizen.
Yeah.
So like everybody's been waiting on that, and that's where everybody goes like, this game is a scam because that shit hasn't come out, you know. But I don't know. Part of me is like, that was indie. You can't trust all indie, I guess.
No.
You know?
No, you can't trust indie the same way you can't trust like a level 2 in pubs at any video game. It could be fucking anybody, right?
It really could.
Like if you're in like an unranked thing and you see like a level 2, you go, Smurfing. There's indie Smurfs, I guarantee. There's people that come from there so they can get away from the tainted name that they used to work for and start this almost semi-anonymously, you know?
Well, the thing is, like, I'm trying to look at how someone would be able to get away with like making it a scam in a way that's going to benefit them, right? Like, other than And I don't think Ashes Creation will be able to do this because I think all of the owned assets that they've created and whatnot are tied into some of their debt. So like realistically, the bank owns
Oh,
all
I
of the
bet.
asset. You know
Oh,
what I mean?
yeah.
So it's not like you generated enough like physical
They're
assets.
not seizing the company, like taking over and everything like that. And they're like, oh yeah, all that shit, like we don't care about. We just want like what, the IP?
Yeah,
You'd have to take everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Every single thing associated, every copyright, every fucking
So
potential
like,
patent.
so say you buy a house, you buy cars and stuff like that. I'm sure when a company drops out and you bankrupt and you go through all that, like all of that stuff you generated wealth from would still be seized as well at some point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just don't understand the concept of trying to get the scam. You know what I mean? Like, it seems like, and especially for fucking 10 years, that's a long con that doesn't play out. That it just,
Well, it depends. Are you living pretty good for 10 years? maybe that's just you're like, fuck, and now you're gonna reset and grift your way into something else that's gonna fucking float you for a little bit.
I mean, as some of the developers on the team, I'm sure that they are able to maybe go someplace and like get a job and be like, hey, I worked on Masters of Creation. This is all the source code we built. Like, I know what I'm doing, and maybe can get in. But like for someone like Sharif, anywhere he goes with his name tied to it will always come back to that. So I can't imagine that you only your foresight was only 10 years and then you're like, after that point I'll be fucking golden even if I try and ran away and I don't know, man. I think what ends up happening a lot of the time, I think people are overly ambitious. I think they start the process. I think they go full tilt and then they see the writing on the wall and then they panic and then they try to do whatever they can to fuck people over. I don't think it always starts off as a scam, you know? That's
That's real glass half full shit.
I have to try it.
I almost don't believe that at
all.
I feel like if you're this person who's in there and like, I'm gonna play it straight this time, even if you're lying to yourself. I think there's something there that you're like, but I could like he's probably like even subconsciously like leave this open just a little bit. Leave this door
for sure.
In case I need to, you know,
for sure. There's some guy that's like, if all goes south, this is what you have to do.
The people that should not be in these things that are allowed to make those decisions, like if they're there, whether intentionally or unintentionally, like the writing's on the fucking wall, brother. You're not gonna leave a fucking Catholic priest just fucking chilling with a bunch of kindergartners for a week, dude. No. What are you doing? What are you doing? No. I don't care what you think. I don't care what he says. You know.
And that is kind of the thing too. It's like, where does gaming go from here? Right? Like if things like Ashes of Creation over 10 years that has all this promise and all this love and this following and this backing, all this shit, like can fail as miserably as it is now, like you start to look at it, it's like the most profitable games have to be games that don't have anyone, just one person leading it, you know, a game director. You can't trust those motherfuckers. You know what I mean? No. Like if the top people of your gaming or your game that you're making are all businessmen or lawyers, that should be the immediate red flag. Do you remember Kingdoms of Amalur?
You gotta have a team that's like scrambling because they're starting to get success, but they don't have the business side fleshed out.
Yeah,
like you need that.
Kingdoms of Amalur came out quite a while ago. I think it was PS3 time period. I think.
No clue what that is.
It was just a really cool. It actually is a really, really cool game. Really, really cool. But the guy who was the game director for Kingdoms of Amalur was some fucking MLB fucking MVP player, some shit like that. I can't remember. He was out in Rhode Island. He like borrowed a bunch of money from the state to like build this game, like fucking ton of money. And
borrowed money from the state?
Yeah. Like Rhode Island, like help, like give him a massive fucking loan so he could start this company or whatever. But because he was an athlete of sorts, and like in the eye of people, he was this cool guy that everybody liked. So then people were like, "Oh, we just want money or whatever." He would just throw money.
Kingdom of what?
Kingdoms of Amalur.
I gotta know who this. I just want to know who this player is. Amalur.
Yeah. Anyway, so he borrowed a bunch
2020?
of no, that was Reckoning. Reckoning, it got a re-release because the game is actually really, really fun. It's really, really good. It was a full-on, fleshed out, well done game, but the sales didn't hit the same way because I think it launched against something else. And it's
exacerbated by a major state loan from Rhode Island that required huge returns quickly, leading to the studio's collapse. Who is it, though? I want to know who this fucking guy is. What are you talking about? I was a second baseman for 2 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, gave me a fucking loan.
And that's what everybody said. It's like he mismanaged the company because he was just such a nice guy. People would just come to talk to him and be like, oh, I need more money. And he would just pay them more money. And there was no like questioning about where all the back end of where this money was coming from. So when the game launched and it didn't launch to massive success, it completely crippled and closed the company within like a month of its launch. And like he had to sell off all the assets and everything. Rhode Island took a bunch of shit. Like it's just, this is stuff that happens so frequently in the gaming industry, and it happens so like back to back that I feel like something like Ashes of Creation shouldn't surprise anyone. Did you figure out who it was?
A 2012 action role-playing game developed by Big Huge Games, published by 38 Studios.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, tell me who the fucking guy is. Director Mark Nelson, John Bean, Ian Fraser, Ken Ralston. I'm not recognizing any of these. They got Todd McFarlane as an artist.
Yeah, they had a bunch of people.
Who's the fucking guy?
Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, Kurt Schilling.
Kurt Schilling is the fucking...
Yeah, he was the dude that started the whole company. The 38 Studios was founded by Kurt Schilling.
He played for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, 3-time World Series champion.
Yeah, dude. So yeah,
6-time All-Star. And so he was a fucking name.
Yeah, he was a name,
and he's from Boston, so he's going to fucking Rhode Island, and they're like, fuck you, suck your dick.
Yeah. So, but not only that, he started the company and started the game and the projects with all of his money that backed it. So like he was.
I'm sorry though, dude. Like, look at this guy and tell me that's who you want designing a game. Doesn't look like a fucking gamer.
That was the thing about it that everybody questioned when the game came out and then flopped. Was like,
of course I'm a fucking gamer. Like fucking, come on, you fucking cannoli.
Well, and that's what they tried to figure out. It was like, what exactly did you think was going to happen with a guy who's like an athlete making a video game or whatever? Like, and just in a time period where it's not like this day and age where we have a bunch of people like athletes that are growing up like us that grew up with video games. Yeah. He's old enough.
No. Oh yeah. No.
You know that he was around with like
my
Atari.
Mom was like, I want to make a video game.
Exactly. So it was like, oh yeah, but it wasn't about the game because he hired a bunch of people to make the game and the game was fucking dope. He was just a business guy to oversee and run the company, but he just mismanaged running the company to the point where it just all fell apart on him.
So the one thing that he was in charge of, he's like, listen, I know I don't know a lot about games, this, but what I do know is business. And that, gentlemen, is where we're going to fuck up the most.
Yeah, exactly.
Fucking stupid bitch.
Oh, man. Oh, it makes me giggle because, again, like I said,
it's something.
It is throughout all of gaming history. Like I cannot be surprised by this shit anymore. I can't be surprised at all.
It's great.
It is.
It's better when you just take it in stride and laugh at it. Then see, now if we were doing a podcast where this shit was coming out, we would be upset and pissed. Yeah. But in hindsight, it's funny. But when you're just praying for something to change, that's where we end the podcast where I'm angry. Where I'm like, God damn it, gaming has no fucking future.
Well, this Crimson Desert is my next one on my list of being like overly hyped for, really wanting something amazing, but I feel like it's going to be a giant turd when it comes out. I have this feeling in the pit of my stomach that it's going to be one of those games where it'll have its cult following. The people that have been playing Black Desert for fucking 15 years, you know what I mean, are going to love this game because it's going to be just a single player version of that without them having to fucking grind their gear like they normally do. But I think for anybody else to get into mainstream, I think people are going to play it and be like, it's going to be like Dragon's Dogma when Dragon's Dogma came out. You know what I mean? The first Dragon's Dogma came out.
A lot of ooh, and then a lot of like, meh.
Yeah, it was like, ooh, and then people loved it, and it was like a phenomenal game. And then so much so that 10 years later, they're like, hey, let's make a second one. And it came out to the exact same like emotion. Like, and that's the thing that pisses me off about Dragon's Dogma 2 is like everybody who played Dragon's Dogma 2 was like, okay, I guess, well, and it was like, you guys said the same fucking thing for Dragon's Dogma. What were you expecting? They didn't come out saying we're going to reinvent the wheel. They're just like, we're putting a second game out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no. I was exactly one of those people.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, I played Dragon's Dogma. That was good. Yeah, this could be good. They got me all fucking pumped. And then like the first cutscene, I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I'm not liking this. And you were like, it's fucking Capcom. Like, what do you expect? I was like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna refund this one.
It's the same people that this year's Call of Duty is going to be better. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, exactly.
It's like, I don't know.
The same fucking copium Kool-Aid.
Yep. I think that's a good thing in video games that we're starting to see more and more is that like I think it's okay for franchises to just die. One thing that has like really excited me is Ubisoft fucking going under because there won't be any more Ubisoft. Like people are going to be like, "Oh man, well what about Rainbow Six? What about Assassin's Creed?" And it's like, "What about The Division?
What have they done with it?"
Yeah, exactly. It's like just it's like, okay. Let it die. Let it be where it was. This is your perfect example of
let somebody decades from now try to revisit it, buy the rights to fucking work on it again.
Exactly. What ends up happening? They do the same thing that THQ did, right? They sell off the fucking rights of all their games that they have, and then some people come back through, remaster some of the old stuff, and then maybe like 10 years down the road, 5-10 years, you just like try to do a new addition into that franchise or whatever. Because that's what I mean. I'm trying to think of what THQ did. What was the one that they sold off that got picked up that was huge? THQ, yeah.
Like PlayStation 1 days? PlayStation 2 days?
Like during that time period, yeah.
I just think of Star Wars games. They were part of those, weren't they? I'm thinking I think they were part of, unless I'm remembering this completely wrong, they were part of like pod racing for 64. They were part of were they just audio engineers though? No,
they were full on publication company. They went chapter 11 in like 2013 or whatever, and they sold off all of their assets. They did like a huge
I remember them being like on everything. I just assumed that like they were like, instead of like Dolby being in front of things, that they were associated with like the audio design and engineering of things.
No, they were a publication company. So
I feel like every time I saw them, they were attached to like a huge IP though. Ones that I wouldn't imagine they would have the rights to. They're not going to have. God, why can't I think of that fucking Star Wars game where you're playing as Jedis, you're running around, you can be Mace Windu, you can be all the different fucking Jedis, and you're
Battlefield?
No. Before that, top-down. Multiplayer.
Top-down multiplayer Star Wars?
Yeah.
No say.
Oh, God. This is going to piss me off. This is like one of my favorite games growing up.
Deep Silver. That's right. Deep Silver was purchased by Volition. That was where the Metro franchise was. That's where Saints Row was. Crytek and Homefront was in there.
Saints Row. Give me one of those back.
Ubisoft attained THQ Montreal, which then purchased the rights for Stick of Truth. Take-Two bought the rights to push Evolve and Turtle Rock Studios. Oh, man. THQ was dope. But, I mean, I was just like, that was the fall. Once you have once you have that like, okay, it's okay to let things die, then people sell off the rights and they make the best of what they can, or you just never see anything else pop back up again, which is okay too. You know what I mean? I want to be able to go back and play an old game because there isn't going to be a remastered of it and like find the nostalgia trip, or just be happy to remember playing it, you know?
Was it Jedi Power Battles? It might have been Jedi Power Battles.
I have no idea. I don't think I ever played it. Jedi Power Battles.
Yeah, Jedi Power Battles.
Okay.
I think. God, even that like doesn't look quite like it though. But so then it comes up for PlayStation 1. Unless that's the fucking Mandela effect too, and I just don't fucking. Who knows anymore? Oh, well, did you hear Epstein's still alive and playing Fortnite?
Yeah. And fucking Five Nights at Freddy's apparently.
Yeah, he would like that game.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude. That's a weird. You know, also, how many scandals and crazy shit's been going on in video games? There's a thing I was reading pretty recently. There's been a bunch of lawsuits going around. It's like stateside lawsuits. There's nothing federal invested in it. There's no one's ever going to get anywhere in it. But stateside has been attacking media distributors for basically best way to describe it is like too much video time for kids. So like YouTube is kind of like gotten wrapped into this a little bit, where because they have like autoplay features and like auto scrolling features and things like that, like where shorts are so prevalent, like they just play, and just people just sit on media all day long. They're starting to get hit in the point where they're trying to reduce the amount of time that's invested with children because of things like they're talking about depression levels or like attention levels and things like that, because they're just fucking iPad kids focused hella hard. But gaming has kind of gotten swung into the middle of this because YouTube, one of YouTube's main biggest thing is gaming. All of their videos and stuff, there's so much fucking gaming invested within YouTube in itself. And they're just like, that's one of the biggest problems with kids is that they don't play games, they watch games.
I think it goes bigger than that.
Mm-hmm.
I actually saw these guys talking about it on, ironically, a reel or a short or some shit like that. And they were like, gaming has changed so drastically between generations, because back then when we played Mario, we played things, we either didn't have a save system and we only had 3 lives, and so you had to figure it out. You had to play it over and over again. You had to like really work it through. Nowadays, games like Fortnite, it's just constant. It's not that you're going to beat the whole game. You're just trying to win the battle and get back. It's about keeping your attention.
Yep.
So you've taken, like, he's like, imagine like Prince of Persia, like fucking, you had 3 lives. So you had to make it count. You had to make it all the way to that last point that you just died with as many lives as you can. So you could try to figure it out. And then if you died again, you had to come back and you had to get all the way to there. And it's like, when the brain is in these developmental years and how it's working, like it's literally like it's changing how our generation access our hippocampus. And nowadays you have kids where it's like you can pause, you can save at any fucking point. You don't have to do it. You can fucking set it and walk away. So that critical thinking, that problem solving isn't really developing in younger generations.
I fucking love that, because I just watched this interview with this lady. She's a psychiatrist or whatever, and she was talking about the effects of video games on kids and stuff like that, because I was looking into this whole thing. So she was talking about that. She was like, the problem is that when we originally did all of this testing and everything, and we were saying, oh no, video games are actually good for kids, we did all this testing in like the late 80s, early 90s time period. And she's like, unfortunately, the testing we did for the games that were there, we did see that it was beneficial because it was critical thinking. It was investing people to have better hand-eye coordination and memory and things of that nature, because things like Super Mario Brothers, like you were saying, you have 3 lives, and once you're done, you go back to the beginning of the game. So the idea behind it was like not only just perseverance, it was memory, it was hand-eye coordination, it was critical thinking, it was being able to remember what World 1-1 or 1-2 was to get through all this point. And she was saying that if you go into looking at games nowadays, unfortunately, you have guidelines where you need to go. Like you don't even have to critically think about where you're going.
Shiny thing.
Yeah, it'll lead you to your next point. She's like, as bad as there are some games that just autoplay for you, but outside of that, there's mini maps, there's all these things, but then there's also the addition of the internet that's so readily available. So if anyone does get stuck or gets put in a point where you just can't push forward, you can just go immediately online and watch a video or a guide or anything like that to help you push through it. And she was saying it's not like that stuff wasn't there back in the day. It's just, it costs money, or it was in a book, or not absolutely,
or not as readily available.
And so it gave more children more reason to think and to do something and to push through. And there's a lot of people that she was saying, there's a lot of kids that at that point also gave up, but then went on to other things, read books, drew, was artistic in their own right, did certain things, and gaming wasn't their nature. But then you have kids nowadays that's pretty much all there is. Like, kids will read books, but it's different. It's a different time period. There's not a whole lot of outside activities that really go, because things outside are not as, comfortable as they used to be in the fucking 90s or whatever it comes out to. So it was really interesting how she was just describing basically that games nowadays are actually bad for kids because they don't challenge them in any way.
Yeah.
And it is really true. I mean, we play games nowadays, like I was talking about with High Guard. You even said the other day, you were like, when we were talking about it, you were like, don't use that fucking gamer intuition that you have. Just play their game. And it's exactly right.
Just smooth brain.
Just smooth brain.
Fucking brain rot, skivvy your way all the way the fuck through it.
Yep. And now there are
that one hit me when I heard those guys say that. I was like, I gotta buy those games. Like, if I was even halfway joking about I want my kids to fucking play the games I played 1,000 times more now. I want to fucking get that computer working, take this computer that we're on right now, turn it into a mini PC, and just emulator the fuck out of it, download every single ROM I can find, and just right at the TV.
And that's been what I've been trying to do with the kids when we play games, is I try and have them play other games other than just mindless brain rot dumb shit games, because it's I want you guys to engage a little bit in the video games. I don't mind, because the older one will come and scroll on his phone, and it's I
love games, but
yeah, I would rather see you do. I don't even care if you want to play Minecraft. At least with Minecraft, you're trying to build stuff and do things. You're using it some way, using your brain to do something, but you just fucking scroll on your phone all day. It's no way, dude. We can't do that. We can't do that, and getting them invested in, trying to play RPGs and stuff is hard. Also because they're 10 and 5, you know what I mean? That's really hard to get a 10-year-old's brain invested.
You're almost there.
Almost. But that's also
all you got to do. All you got to do is get that 10-year-old, and then the 5-year-old's oh, he likes it, you know. And all of a sudden you start getting them.
We've been playing D&D, and because we bought a Stranger Things D&D, where it's it's already predetermined campaign with already predetermined characters. You just do stuff, and they've been having fun doing that. And I was cool, we got you invested there. So now,
there you go.
If you like that, let me
foot is in the door now.
Yeah, now it's just trying to get you into the games and stuff. And I tried to get him to play Diablo, and he was oh, this is a little scary. And it's all right, get out of here. You know what I mean? So it's I gotta find where that medium point to hit is, because it's I don't want you fucking playing stupid. I don't mind if I come in, you're playing Wobbly Life or whatever. Have you heard of this game, Wobbly Life? It's just a fucking weird, goofy. It's like Gang Beasts or Human Fell Flat, but just in the style of what would be imagine Grand Theft Auto, where you just go from point A to point B. You have an open world. You just pick up missions, do stupid shit, but it's just mindless. It's just mindless.
I was gonna say that's what we're talking about right now.
And that's why I was I don't mind that you play it, but you just can't play it 24/7. We got to do something else,
Yeah.
So.
You got to introduce him to Tarkov.
Well, the 5-year-old's been playing Marvel Rivals, and he's good. You know what I mean? He's good, and it's
there you go.
All right, let's go. I'll take that one. That's fine. But again, that's going to be where, like, when we were younger, you know, the worst thing we had to worry about as parents, you know, early 2000s side period was like, you sold my kid GTA and he killed a hooker. You know what I mean? Like, like now I'm like, oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay. We'll return the game and give him something else. Now I have to be like, okay, does that game engage in your brain at all? And like, we're back to like this weird point of like only video games that like have you engaged, you know, it's like, ugh.
GTA doubling down on releasing this year.
I just don't fucking see it being a thing. You know what I do see being a thing? I see it being, I'm on the fence. I have this fucking thought in my head. It'll be a December launch. It'll be a buy now to get early access to Grand Theft Auto Online.
That would test me.
Yeah. I have this fucking feeling that that's what it's going to do.
But that sounds pretty par for the course.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I just don't see that game being. I mean, I guess I do. After there's talking about it being like a potential like $2 billion game.
Yeah.
Fucking let's go. $2 billion. You got to have something to show for it. Let's go. Put it out. The fact that they've done so well to not leak anything also makes me question whether there's a game or not. They are the company that gets their shit leaked all the fucking time, man.
What if there's nothing? What if there never has been?
Yeah.
What if they've been raising money, they've been doing all this stuff, and then they get to the point and they're like, dude, how long have we been playing this? We have nothing to show for it. I don't know. Should we rug pull? You know? It's
yeah.
Like, they've been this whole time fucking like.
I mean, it's Rockstar, right? Rockstar's not going to. Oh, the thing is that have they really? And I just missed it. Have they ever announced anything about the story?
No.
So what if it's just GTA 6 is just a GTA Online?
Oh, I'd be mad. I would be.
You know what I mean?
I'd be mad. No. They have about the story.
Have they?
It's you swap back and forth between a guy and a girl.
Okay. For sure. Or was that what they talked about? Again, concept a couple years ago?
Oh, no. So they did have the commercial release. Okay. So there is something.
Okay. All right. Well, again, because when that got that commercial release of the fucking game or whatever was like what 2 or 3 years ago?
2 years ago.
2 years ago?
At the Game Awards, yeah.
Yeah, but it was just video. It wasn't like gameplay. It wasn't anything like that. So like
that's true.
I'm just saying overly ambitious. They said that this map. Okay, first off, have you seen the map for GTA 6? It's like 3 times the size of GTA 5.
Fucking let's go.
Yeah, right. Super let's go. I also cannot imagine that they're going to be able to fill it with that much shit. You know, maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, it's like 4 size.
Yeah.
4 times bigger.
Yeah. It's huge, dude. It's huge.
If that's real.
Well, you know what that would be awesome for? GTA Online. If it's just an online game, it's just an MMO, cool. I feel even better about wanting to skip it. I don't know, man.
I don't want to skip it though, you know?
I
want to have all those fucking, just like when we were talking about like Red Dead, how it's like you're just going through and then somebody says something, you turn, and also you're stuck on the side quest. That's my favorite part about Rockstar. That's the best thing, is just like those weird little encounters and shit like that.
Yep.
And that's what like I think has me so excited for that. Not storyline.
Sure.
It's usually always fucking solid, but it's all the little quests, all the little bullshit that you just happen to fall into that makes those games for me. And that's why I'm so excited.
GTA
that and God, there was just something about like GTA 5 when it first dropped, and you're like, I can fucking drink and drive. And you play darts hammered, and you get in a car, and then like the cops are behind you, and your guy's like, "Arr, arr," just like the blurring and everything like that, like little shit like that. It makes you like wonder like, what's six gonna have? Do I get to do fucking Fent and just fucking you gotta get away from the cops and you're just
zombie out, just trying to
and also you're tapping A, tapping A, tapping A, tapping A. You fucking get out of a knot off, you start trying to run away again. Like, God, like what kind of inventive shit are they gonna drop for us?
But that's also the thing too. Scale goes bigger, fucking expectations go bigger.
Yeah. No, yeah.
There's more room to fail. Like they're not stretching it and then filling in the middle of it, right? Like they already have an engine and everything working. They're just going to stretch it, which means there's just going to be more potholes along the way. GTA, I will tell you, if GTA comes out, GTA is a game that you need to wait on for like at least a month or at least till its first patch. It cannot be purchased at day because you're going to get it and it's going to be fucking a buggy, broken mess. And it's just not going to be fun. And you're going to get turned off from it.
I think you can buy it whenever you want.
Sure.
But I don't think you should really dive into it until at least first or second patch.
Which is like,
I think they're big enough that you could pre-order it now if you wanted. And it's going to be around. They're going to put work into it. It's too big of a name and everything for them to really just let it tank. But yeah, if you really want to enjoy it without being fucking cyberpunk pissed off on a release, give it some time.
Well,
because there's no way it releases flawlessly.
No, you're absolutely right. It was another thing that I was looking at as well. GTA 6, it's supposed to be wanting to release this year. It's not on Steam.
No, I don't think so.
It's not anywhere, which is another big question of whether or not the game's actually fucking ready to come. Todd Howard
is scary.
Todd Howard just came out and said that I think after season 2 of Fallout just ended,
Grand Theft Auto is officially scheduled for release on November 19th. Oh, for PlayStation and Xbox Series X.
So it's not even on PC?
Not yet. I don't like that.
Oh no.
Now, here's something that's been really gross. I have been hearing lately on the TikTok, you can buy Take-Two Interactive stock.
Yeah.
Everybody's been talking about it. Everybody's been buying it up for expecting the release of GTA 6 to bump their stock. What if the company just rug pulls itself? Just fucking just lets it build up, releases, gets an all-time high.
I've got Take-Two stock. I've had Take-Two.
You do?
Yeah, I've had Take-Two stock for years though.
Oh, okay.
I'm up.
Well, it's climbing quick.
Yeah, it's climbing super quick. I am up quite a bit of money from Take-Two. But I'm up quite a bit of money from when I originally invested in it too, because it's in general it's up much higher. I think I purchased it back in like 2018 when it was like under $100, and it's up to like it's $200 a share or whatever right now. I mean, I'm gonna watch it because we get closer into this year, and if Take-Two fucking drops, everybody's running.
Oh.
Oh, Christ. All right, let's wrap this bad boy up.
All right, kids. Well, if you've learned anything from this, it's that your opinions don't matter.
Nope.
So keep them to yourself.
Yep.
Just be a good person and download a good emulator, and then get on the internet and steal all the IP you can from older games, because newer games are shit.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, right here. Bye-bye.